Salutations and good morrow everyone, and welcome back to another Grounded update video where today we're going to be talking about the Grounded feature board, okay? So what you guys all have asked me for is for me to go over what is going to be on the timeline. Now the Grounded feature board and the Grounded timeline are one and the same. They are the same thing, okay? And it's what is going to be coming. It says, welcome to the Grounded feature board. Our goal from the start was to include the community in development in Grounded, and with that we want to be transparent as possible with features we plan on working on. This feature board includes high-level details on plans on Grounded, and we would like to update it as we progress each month. As a caveat, we are still in active development, and this board is subject to change based on your feedback, the state of development, and what's best for the game, the unknown, and our future plans. Nothing is set in stone, and features will be moved up, pushed back, or unfortunately removed. Details on certain features may remain vague until we are more confident in the idea, and we want to keep a few things secret to keep your experience exciting and unexpected. This also doesn't contain everything we plan on doing. Please continue to provide your feedback to shape Grounded into the best possible game it can be. Thank you. From the obviously wonderful folks at Obsidian. And they go on to talk about the August 0.2 update that they brought in, the bird and the new burgle quests, the new marksman cap and all that. We've gone over all of that before, but what I want to talk about is some of the things that are coming. Now they say some of these are approximately a few months off, but what it sounds like they said right up here, with they want to provide progress each month, is they want to talk about what is coming, and there could be updates every month. So first off, the new building, the zipline. The zipline is already in the game, so I can almost say that's probably going to be out at the end of this month coming, just because it just requires a little bit of reworking, and then they should be able to do it. Password protected games, but let's actually just go down the list that we have here. So main features that are in progress are new building zipline, koi pond environment, which you guys have seen in many videos on the channel. If you guys haven't seen them already, make sure you guys click subscribe, turn your bell notifications to all. There's tons of videos on the channel about the pond update that's coming. Equipped items don't use backpack space, something we've all been asking for a while, so hopefully they can get that worked in for us, because I'm very excited about that, because I would like to have my 3 to 4 equipment slots back at all times. The hedge environment, I don't know what they're planning on adding in there besides what's already there, but I do know that there is a giant spot inside of the hedge where there's a big open space that we might be able to go check out, which is cool. Password protected games, which is going to be very nice, because when I'm streaming online for all of you guys, if I have any friends that I have added on Steam or anything like that, they tend to just kind of jump into the game, which to me is a little it's like, if I'm not inviting you, don't come in. So the password protected games are going to be huge for me. Friend invites, which is going to be cool, because there's going to be your own friend system within the game, so you won't have to technically be friends on Steam in order to have friends within Grounded, which is a cool thing that they're adding. New hostile creature. Now I want you guys to pay attention to the different terms of creature, okay? Hostile creature, mosquito. I'm hoping that that's out this month. I think it's going to be out at the end of this month, because we are getting very close to getting into September, so I'll call it this month. But we are going to get the new hostile creature of the mosquito, which is going to be awesome, because we've been getting that quest since the beginning about the mosquito, so super excited about that. Localization, French, German, Italian, and Spanish. Going to be awesome to have some more translations in the game for people who are not in an English-speaking country or do not speak English. They'll be able to enjoy this game as well. New neutral creature. There's a difference between hostile and neutral. So the bees will be neutral. They will not attack you when you get near them, unlike the mosquito, which will attack you if you get near it. So you're going to get that bee in the game. New items include water-themed equipment, which we know, the trident, the harpoon gun, the koi armor, different parts for rebreathers, the pond skipper skates, stuff like that. So all of these things are going to be added to the game with that one. Additional quality of life improvements, that makes me excited, because maybe it's going to be a little less buggy. Signs and sticker base decorations, super excited about that for all of you guys that know who are my wonderful lovely members. Each of you are getting a seat at the round table that I'm building in Sim-alot Castle, which is a giant castle we're currently building on the channel. I've done it in the past couple live streams. You guys have seen it. Every single one of my members is going to get a chair there, and their name going to be put on it. Okay, and inventory management improvements, awesome. I'm hoping for mass move, mass delete, all of that, which they've kind of added that a little bit, but I want more. Additional crafting stations, I know of one that's coming in the game. You guys have to make sure you guys subscribe so you guys can see that additional crafting station that is coming, that's in the developer's world. Additional burgle quest types, now this is not in progress, but they're working on it and taking in ideas. And storage management improvements, so maybe new chests and stuff like that to help out with a couple of other things. Moving on to what they have planned right now, which some of these things they actually do have in progress, which is the new creature, which is the firefly, which you guys have seen from being able for me to build a stuffed firefly for you guys. A new creature, a roly-poly. Now you guys are very excited. I've heard a lot of people say that they want, some people call them a pill bug, but a roly-poly is a tiny little beetle that turns into a ball and rolls around. What I'm hoping is that this becomes tameable and that I could get myself inside of it and roll around like a droideka from Star Wars, or maybe you know, you could take the armor and turn yourself into that. Maybe it's going to be a more beefed up knight looking armor. I would love that. But yeah, so new roly-poly coming. Now these two, they say new creature. They don't say hostile creature or neutral creature, so we're not sure what they're going to be yet. Insect Pets Phase 1. Now what I like about this one is they're talking about insect pet phases, okay? So that means we're gonna get a couple different phases, all right? So we're talking insect phase 1, insect pet phase 1, I should say, aphids. So you guys have seen the aphid trap that I put in. We're gonna be able to make aphids our pets. Maybe it's gonna follow us around like a puppy dog. That'll be really cool. Maybe it'll ride on your shoulder. That's gonna be awesome. And maybe it'll even drop honeydew for you, aphid honeydew, which is a really good item for healing you, giving you water and food all at the same time. So very, very, very excited about that. Other than that, we move on to ant pheromone control, which this term gives me super excited, because ant pheromones are how ants communicate with each other without actually being near each other. They lay down a pheromone and they know to go somewhere. So what that tells me is if you could get some ant pheromone and maybe you throw it on a spider, all of a sudden there'll be a bunch of ants that'll be attracted to attack this spider, making it so you have a more cohesive way to battle spiders without you actually taking any damage maybe. Or you can group up a bunch of ants and make an army of ants to follow you around. Or it could even be things like when they add bigger enemies in the game, using a bunch of ants to take something out. Or if they add PvP to the game, you can command ants to go destroy your other player's base. The new creature you guys can see right there, which I'm super excited about, is the queen ant. Now I want an ant queen for a while. I've wanted that for a while. She's a big old ant. There's you know, they're spawning ant eggs, so it only makes sense that there's going to be a queen. They have a chamber built already for her technically, so I'm very excited to see how big they actually make her and what her graphics actually look like, because I think she could look really awesome, and it'd be like another base or boss, not base, boss, like the brood mother would be, right? So the brood mother I think is a cool boss idea. They need to change up its art style. They need to make it harder to kill, but the brood mother is a cool boss idea. So to think that we're going to get an ant queen also makes me think we may even get a queen bee, which would be also really cool. But in order to do that, they'd have to put in a beehive. So we'll just have to wait to see how that goes. Sandbox environment. This can be taken one of two ways. One, they could take it as they're going to build that area that looks like a garden over on the, if you're looking towards the tree on the left-hand side, if you're looking towards the house, the right-hand side, that big garden box that's over there, that could become a garden box, like a vegetable garden, or it could become a sandbox. Or it could be sandbox mode, as in you can fly around, build whatever you want, stuff like that. But they already kind of have that in creative, so I don't know which way to go on that. Looks like they're going to update the haze environment, which is going to be awesome. There needs to be more creatures inside of the haze. I want there to be more infected creatures. I'm hoping that means that they're going to unlock that lab for us and everything like that. I'm very excited for that. Higher tier armor sets and tools, weapons. We've already seen a couple tier 3 things and a tier 4 thing, so that tells me that we have very many more things that could come that could be higher tier armor sets and everything like that. Personally, I want them to take the crow hat that they've made and make me an entire crow outfit. That way, in case I want to be, there's a super archer running around shooting things, that I can get that armor set completed and go around and just poop on things with my bow and arrow. Maybe an upgraded bow and arrow as well from the crow. We'll have to see. Another thing I missed right there was localization, additional languages. Hopefully they're going to add more, you know, Dutch, and you know, maybe some of the Asian languages. I know there's a bunch of them there. Excuse me for not knowing them all. I apologize. But But it would be cool if with all the different languages that they add so everybody can enjoy Grounded because it's such an awesome game. Then another thing is additional anthills, which this gets me excited because if they add additional anthills, maybe they're going to add additional types of ants. And if they do that, then we could have ant wars, right? So maybe that's what you do with the ant pheromone, is you use it to make ant battles where we have giant piles of ants going head to head against each other. They could add the common black ant in, they could add leafcutter ants, they could add fire ants, they could add all sorts of ants because yes, this game is based in Maine, but it is a video game. At the end of the day, it is a video game, so we'll have to see. Other things that we have are insect pet enhancements. What are you going to enhance on an aphid? What are you going to enhance on an aphid? That doesn't make any sense, right? There's not really anything that they could enhance on an aphid besides maybe it's spitting out some more stuff. Maybe you could put a little hat on the aphid. That'd be cool. But there's not really a whole lot more they can add with that. And then, so that tells me there's got to be more pets that are coming. Like I said, we're only on insect pet phase 1 with aphids, so there's got to be more that are coming. And then finally, bird improvements and additional interactions with the bird. Maybe it'll attack you, maybe you could kill it, maybe you could send all the ants after it. Who knows? But there's tons that's there. There's also so many things that are coming in the future for this game, guys, and I'm super excited about that. And they're talking about main features being additional backyard environments, additional characters or creatures and insects, adding weather to the game like you guys have all asked for, backyard changing events, which could be anything like a lawnmower, a sprinkler going off, somebody coming walking through, powered buildings inside of bases, which is a really cool thing, additional crafting materials, more control over world options and settings when you're creating your games, blueprint defenses, so being able to actually build defenses like we've talked about with the new traps that I was showing you guys, framework for other player generated gameplay, which would be really cool. So we have community bases that you can spawn in and go, here's a giant blueprint for my base, you can build it in the same place I did. Higher tier structures, which tells me we're going to get even more base building materials, and then obviously base blueprints, decorations, and finally they're going to be adding dedicated servers, which I'm so excited for because I would love to make a community that I have a dedicated server on where I can load it up and go, okay guys, here you go, here's the dedicated server for Sir Sim-alot, get out there, show me what you got, let me come in and tour, let me hang out with all of my members all at the same time. But guys, that is going to do it for this video. If you guys have any other questions on the timeline, please let me know down in the comments. I will happily answer any of them, or just say hi and I'll make sure that I say hi back. But thank you guys all so much. I hope you guys leave a like on this video. Make sure you guys subscribe today for more awesome Grounded videos. And as always, I will see all of you guys in the next one.